Today, the E Foundation for Oklahoma held a meeting on our Enduring Freedom Pillar. The Enduring Freedom Pillar focuses on our veterans issues, but also issues that are very important to our military installations all throughout Oklahoma. So today, we brought together our leaders, civilian and military leaders from all across Oklahoma, representing every military installation, asking questions like, well, if there's a BRAC in our country's future, what can we do as Oklahoma citizens to make sure we're protective of our military installations and not just defensive, but also play on the offense to brag on our installations and make sure there's this not potential for closure, but a reinvestment and growth opportunities from McAllister, Tinker, Fort Sill, Altus, Enid, Vance Air Force Base.
This is, I think, the first time we've ever sat down as installations and discussed the issues that are particular to the individual installations, but also general to all installations. So no, I think it's the first time. I think it was very productive. Governor Lamb was very open to what they had to say, and I think it's a great opportunity to move forward and do more of the same.
Yeah, well, I think this meeting, the first of its kind, where in Oklahoma we brought together leadership from all of our military installations and then the state's executive branch, got together to talk about that partnership and what needed to happen for Oklahoma to realize opportunity, but also to make sure we had BRAC protection in place, and then look at some vulnerabilities and again, some assets that the state has over the next 10, 15, 20 years that could really impact our economy.
You think of a military installation, well, that's federal. Well, it's not just completely siloed in the federal government. State policy matters when it comes to military installations. And we learned about a little bit of what some other communities are doing in other states to be proactive and aggressive in growth and vision aspect for those military installations elsewhere. And we're going to maybe adapt and look at adopting some of those ideas in Oklahoma.
Well, I think that the idea of identifying problems on the installations that the state can be helpful in solving is, going to be very productive in all cases. And I think the next steps here are to continue the dialogue. And it's also very useful for the individual installations to be together in the same place just to share their experiences, which does not often happen just due to the mission kinds of things. So it's all good. Going
from here, the E Foundation will work with our public officials and those that create policy in establishing a vision for Oklahoma within the pillar of enduring freedom and really cast that 15, 20-year vision. What do we want Oklahoma to look like? How do we get there? How do we reinvest with our military installations, put them on good, solid footing for any concerns we might have about a future BRAC hearing?
I think for the E Foundation, our next steps are, now that we've done research and investigation and we've had this kind of high-level strategic meeting, the next steps for us are really to go out into the communities and start to have public conversation and public dialogue about the importance of being BRAC ready, but also realizing opportunities with the assets that we have in our state.
Every year I go to all of Oklahoma's 77 counties. I'll continue to do that, but now we're going to go in the communities of McAllister, communities of Midwest City, Del City, Oklahoma City, Lawton, Oklahoma, Altus, Enid. We're going to go in those communities, have town hall meetings focused on those respective military installations and talk about what we learned here and get some more community engagement to make sure our communities are aware and cognizant and being vigilant about our future.